Hi, morning everybody. Hi, Abby. I'm a little late today. Happy birthday, Rin. Please wish Rin's happy birthday. It's her birthday today. So we're gonna paint one of her favorite flowers this morning. So that would be lovely. How old are you now, Rin? Good morning, Michelle. Hi, Marie. Oh, baby 26. Bless. I feel so old. Morning, everybody. How's everyone? Serena, how are you? Have you been busy? How do I adjust this? Okay. Okay, right. What are we doing? So, we're gonna start with some peony flowers. It's quite complex to paint, so I'm gonna do a quick simplify shapes with a bit of drawing, and then we can go in with the colors. So we're gonna need pink, yellow, a little bit of brown, and a bit of green. Okay, and if we have some time left, we'll do like a little mini sampler of flowers. Okay, some flowers that we already done before, so that might be fun and cute. Okay, right, let's get going. I'm gonna switch the camera. Don't know why my camera is slightly wonky. There it is. Okay. Wee. Okay. Still wonky. Or is it my paper? No, it's still wonky. Let me see. Hi, Bags. How are you doing? How are the girls? I miss you. Let's do the house party today, Bex. You really could do it a bit of chat. Okay, so I'm gonna have to get a scrap piece of paper again. Okay. Hola, Adita. Good morning, Ada and Victoria. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so the peonies are quite complicated because they are complicated flowers. There are lots of frills. So how can we simplify our petals? So this is going to be like a loose style of painting that we don't touch, you know, each petal's not going to touch each other kind of thing, unless we want it to on purpose. It's almost like a Chinese calligraphy brush style, really. Okay, so this is where we're going today. So we just need a bit of pink. So it depends on what color pink you want, because peonies, there's so many variety, and there's like so almost like white pink or gone into like really, really deep red. Okay. It's not a chat channel today, but it could be a chat channel. Okay, right. So it's almost like roses, actually, the one that we painted before. Okay, let me just pluck one out of my wall. They're almost in the same family. Okay, I know, Bex. That's one of my favorite flowers as well. They're so fragile, aren't they? They don't last long. If it's windy, the time that they're flowering, they seem to fall off. So we're gonna do similar formation if it looks straight at you, but roses petals are smooth and the majority of the peonies are jaggedy end. Okay, so this is gonna be the formation that we're gonna do. All right, so we start with a shape like so. Okay, look, jaggedy. So we're gonna use the benefit of our brush and we're gonna wiggle, but I'm gonna show you the formation of the petals first in drawing, and then we're gonna go in with the brush. Okay, and actually I have seen a few people who use watercolor pencils do a drawing in lines first, if that helps them. Okay, and then you can go in with the watercolor. It seemed to melt a little bit better. Or there's water soluble graphite as well, but I try not to do it because it just gives me more hard work really to do it that way. Okay, so we're gonna do jaggedy like that. Okay, and the looser the better. Okay, because you're gonna want your flower to be loose. Okay, and then the next one you can have sideways looking. Okay, make it more jaggedy. Okay, and then this one is a bit more sideways looking. And some petals almost dropping open because that's how peonies are, aren't they? And leave some space in the middle here of the flowers. We're gonna add like yellow into the middle. Okay, so we're gonna drop some yellow dots into the middle here, and then the yellow will just simply blend into the pink a little bit. Look really cute and pretty. And we're gonna do one more pet flowers, which is a sideways looking. I'm gonna do that one separately, okay, because that one is very complicated and we're gonna do it on a separate one. So you can choose to watch or have a go. Okay, please have a go. So this one we're gonna have, I'm gonna recap this again. Okay, so this is gonna be the rough shape of the petal like so. Okay, and then we're gonna go, it's not gonna make sense right now because it's gonna be quite loose. And then we're gonna have that's one little stroke, and then that's another stroke, and one stroke there, and then we're gonna add like a few loose petals there. Okay, and then I know it doesn't look like anything, but trust me. And then we're gonna add yellow stamens in the middle with a tiny bit of brown in the center, so this will bleed into each other to have a beautiful effect. Okay, so that's what we are, right? We're just gonna start, we're gonna do this first. Okay, so it's almost like your roses, but jaggedy edges of the brush first. I'm gonna show you. Right, so I haven't got pink in my watercolor actually, so I had to melt my pencil. What I did was I sharpened my pencil with the sharpener, and then I go into the water, and then I just melt them. I just keep melting them until I've got the right pigmentation that I need. So it's still quite gritty. Can you see? There's like bits of pencil pieces in there, but I haven't got any pink. How ridiculous. I didn't realize of all 36 colors I haven't got any pink. So that would be a good shopping list for me to buy, I guess. Right, so I want it to be a little bit of some, you know, if you have a piece of scrap paper, have a try now. Okay, because it's almost like a loose, super loose painting, and you're gonna want to let it go and let your wrist movement take you wherever it wants to go. Okay, so with that bear in mind, you can go over these or somewhere else. I don't like going over my drawing, but you can if you want to. Okay, so like that. That's a bit too dense actually. I don't like, but it's really hard because this paper is behave differently with my pigment. Okay, and then like that. Okay, so just very loose, like so. Okay, just keep creating that shape of that ball of fluff. It's almost like a soft fluffiness of petals, isn't it? So just keep adding that to your you know, and then when you come out to the outside, add the openness of the petals. Okay, like that. Okay, and then you can come in. I've just learned this from someone else now. You go in with 2 different brushes, so I don't have to clean brushes. Just go in with different brushes and go in and drop darker color where you need it to be. Not so random. I think it comes from the bottom of the petals actually. Okay, so it gives you the impression that that area is darker. Okay, like so. Right, let's start. This is a horrible piece of paper to paint. And then I promise you it will look okay. Oh, and just gonna go in now quickly while the paint is wet and add a bit of, you know, this is when it set the peony and roses apart by the center. Okay, and I'm just gonna add like a reddy brown in the middle, like so. There you go. Okay, we're gonna do that. Okay, whatever that is, we're gonna do that, Rin. Please join me to wish Rin's happy birthday. It's her birthday today. Rightio. Hi, Karina. I really, really love your egg paintings. Please keep it up. It's amazing. I think you're onto something there. Right, let's go. I'm going in. And I would say the bigger brush, the better, really. This might be a small brush, but for the size I want to, because peony quite big, aren't they? So maybe I'm going for a bigger brush, maybe. Okay. All right, ready, team? I'm just gonna move this slightly so you can see my little dirty palette. Okay, my husband just told me I don't know how to feel today. I'm gonna try not to get into the slump of depression today, but my husband Steve just told me that we've got another 3 extra weeks of lockdown. I don't know, I'm scared. I don't know what I'm scared about. It's just like stressed out that I'm not doing anything, but I'm getting used to the new normal. But that's really weird feelings, really. Okay, go. Okay, see, it behaves so differently to into my paper. I love this paper so much. Can you see that I am just bringing it down like so? You don't want any solid you know, strokes or anything. Okay, so that's my first cup. Just trying to say it's cup, but it's like the cup inside for my little nectar. Okay, guys. So small loose strokes are better than solid one. Okay, okay, team. And you can come in and add a bit of water to blend it in a little bit. Okay, so it doesn't look too broken out. Okay. Like that. Okay, team. And then I'm gonna come in with a bit of darker pink, and I'm gonna go in from the bottom. You don't have to if you don't want to. Okay. It's just that my pencil pigment behaves so differently to my watercolor I've been using. I'm just gonna blend in a little bit here. I'm still in love with my coffee shop music, so you just have to put up with it, girlfriends and boyfriends and children. Okay, so that's first flowers. Get it laid down. I hope you are following me. Oh yeah, and did you hear about the news of that guy? His name is Tom Moore, who nearly 100 years old, and he was walking the length of his garden 10 lengths a day to fundraise for NHS, and he expected to raise £1,000, and now he reached £10 million. Good morning, Alan. We're doing peonies today, and it's so fascinating and admirable. So from now, I've donated for him as well, and from now I'm gonna all the videos going to link to the NHS charities together. So you know, and while the paints are still wet, slightly damp, maybe I should wait until it's not damp. I want it to be ziggity zaggity. Oh well, never mind. That's okay. And you can go in a little bit with water. So from now on, all my video feed will link with the NHS charities together now. Just gonna fill in a little bit to imply that these flowers are quite close together. And once it dried a little bit, you can go in and add more definition, you know. This color is not working the way I want it to be. How annoying. I'm gonna need to use my real watercolor. But if you like the fresh pink, go for fresh pink. Okay, team? Just keep dropping in while the paint is still wet. Just keep dropping in the pigment, so it's not too particularly wishy-washy and it's not too particularly highly concentrated. Okay, voila. I think I'm happy with that. Hey, good morning, team. Thank you for joining me. We're doing peonies. Okay, right, next one. Don't forget, you start with the cups, that cup in the middle, because that's when the flowers form into little kind of clump like that, isn't it? It's gorgeous. And then slowly, gently open up. Okay, so you can have a different openness of the flowers, okay? And you can just fill up the page, really, if you want to. Okay, team? Right. So I'm going to do almost the same as this flower, but facing that way, okay? Good morning, Glenn. I hope you're okay. Lots of love to you, darling. Right. Okay, so the cup. Okay. And you come in with plain water and blend it down. Okay. Just like so. And I think that's a bit too definite. I need my petals to be edgedy, edge, whatever you call it, raggedy petals, really. Ah! Okay. And then as you come to the front of the flowers, this particular flower, you can get bigger petals, because that's how it really look like, doesn't it? Okay. And then you can go in and charge in more with your pigment. Okay. Charge it in. How we all doing? So while the paint's still wet, I'm just going in with, you know, darker color on certain areas, just to give it a bit of a definition and variation of color into our petals. Okay, and flower too. And you know, it doesn't have to be exact. It's just a some kind of suggestion that this is a flower really. So when you say loose painting, it's almost like abstract painting, isn't it? So just go for it, guys. And if you're not sure, just practice on a piece of paper or just on a watercolor paper, because you know what, it's it doesn't feel the same on rubbish piece of paper really. On A4 it's not working. The way the paper sits, the pigment sits on top rather than sink into the paper. That binder in your paint sink into the paper with the pigment, and that's where it stays, sinks in. I'm going technical now. Okay, and then I'm going in with my yellow. So, you know, just go in the middle like so. Okay, and a little bit of brown, just a touch, just to add definition to that yellow. Okay, I'm using raw sienna. Like so. And I think that's quite dried now on my first flowers. I'm gonna come in again because it lost that kind of intensity. Okay. Like that. Okay, you can always come back and add more pigment, but if you go heavy you can't come back out. Okay, it's harder because then you rub a lot of pigment off. Okay, flower number 3. Just gonna keep going, guys. Okay. God, I'm gonna turn my paper now because it's harder to paint upside down flowers. Sorry. Hey guys, we're doing peony today. Very loose type. It's almost like Chinese watercolor brush really. Just dropping in some pigment to just add a bit of, you know, I don't know what that is. I think I just got a bit too excited there, guys. Let's ignore that flower. I'm sure you guys will be able to do a better job than me. Okay. And oh yeah, add some yellow into the center of my flowers. And a touch of brown. Okay. Ah! Just lost my brush. Just gonna put that petals blended in a little bit so it doesn't feel too loose. Like that. Okay. And then I'm going to do one more flower. I'm gonna have this one looking up this way, I think. Okay. Maybe I'm gonna do like a few smaller flowers now. Okay. Again, just go in with, you know, light-handed first, because if something goes wrong, you can always add more pigment if you need to. Okay. Keep dropping in the pigment into our flowers. Okay. How are you all coping? There you go. Thank you. I'm glad that you got your new paper in. Wow, you got your new paper on your birthday? Right. I'm gonna come in with my dark green and we're gonna go some leaves now. We're gonna grow some leaves to our flowers. Okay? I don't know if that's strong enough. Let's have a look. I have to mix more green. Just add a bit of green to orange. I mean orange to my green. And always test your green, okay? For this one, I'm going to go really, really pale leaves first. Peony leaves are quite big, aren't they? So I'm going to go in really pale. We're going to do wet on wet today. Okay? So I'm going to drop in the green now. Okay? There you go. And on the edges, I'm gonna add really dark blue but once it's mixed on the paper with the green, it seemed to turn into dark green. Ah! Slipped up the fingers. Help me! Ah! Go away. Ah! I just make a boo-boo out of my painting, but who cares? Doesn't matter. I can trim it. I can crop. That's why cropping paper is fine. Okay? Never mind. Maybe I'll try this again. My magic eraser. Okay, nearly gone. No problem, Julie. Yeah, you need to practice a little bit, okay, these flowers, because it's quite complicated. But don't worry, we're going to end this today with some simple flowers as well. We're going to go make a little sampler to go with our leaf sampler that we made yesterday, okay? And or you can do really loose leaves, which is, you know, no shape at all, and just blend it out in certain area. Okay, I might do that. It's way too harsh for me. Okay. Just charging in more pigment into the center. Okay. And knowing me, I'm probably gonna do some splattering, but you don't have to splatter if you don't want to. But I love my splatter. Just keep charging in the pigment into my wet area, okay? And it's okay for this look not to have definite edges of anything, okay? Because it's the look that we want. It's like a weird non-definitive of everything. Hi Jazz. Hi Steph. My little cousin. Okay, so we're doing peony today. I forgot, while the paint's still wet on my peony, don't forget to add the yellowness to your flowers. La 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 la, like that. Okay guys, and if you want to, you can add more leaves on the other side if you want to. I think my painting quite big today, so I'm gonna have to, even though I don't want to, but I have to. And I toned down my green by adding a touch of orange. And it just make your green a bit, you know, smokier, if that's what you want. Okay. Don't know where to go now. Okay, right down here. Just gonna go really rough shape of leaves, okay? We don't want it to be too definite today. Just keep adding some pigment to it. Okay. Hi. Hi Laura, how are you? How are the children? We're doing peony today. Just gonna use my dirty brush with a bit of green to go inside of the peony a little bit. Okay. Just adding some darker green on the edges of my leaf now. Okay. There we have it. Whee! Okay. You can do splattering, you can do whatever you want. I forgot I was gonna make a cup of tea. And then we can stain the paper. Maybe you can have fun with tea tomorrow. Okay. I'm gonna do one more little flower sampler, okay, to go with our leaves. So if you can stay with me and keep doing you know, the sampler. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna draw a grid of 9 like yesterday, or you can do it floating about like what you like. Okay, now. Okay, so we can do a daisy. On the, let's do a rose because my brush is already, it's got some pink in it. I'm gonna go for, you know, the rose that we've done before. So just go in with the roses in this box. You can do one if you want. Okay. I'm going to come in with darker pink to add to my pigment onto the wet petal. Okay. Okay, Catherine, you can have a go later. Okay, so number 1, and then I'm just gonna add like a rose leaves here. Like that. Okay, and the next one we're gonna do just some kind of purple flowers, like periwinkle or forget-me-nots, anything like that. Okay, so I'm gonna do forget-me-nots. I'm gonna draw my stem first. Okay, and then the flowers are at the end of the stem and leaves. Okay, oh yeah, blue and purple, just little flowers like that. Oh, thank you, Catherine. That would be amazing if you want to buy me a coffee. Appreciate it. It's on my profile, I think. It's www.ko-fi, which is coffee, right? ko-fi and then .com and / Mona Turnbull. Thank you so much. I want to buy you guys a real coffee one day. Please make that happen. Okay, so we're gonna do one more flowers and then we're gonna finish that tomorrow. Okay, or if you want to, you can finish it today, but I'm gonna continue this project tomorrow. I don't want to go over 1 hour because Instagram won't let me load 1 hour longer video. Okay, so I'm gonna do one more flower here. I'm gonna do a no, I'm gonna leave that because I was gonna do lavender, but then that would be purple and purple. We can do a yellow daisy. Okay, yellow daisy, or lots of little daisies. That would be cute. I'm gonna have an orange center. Okay, so I'm gonna do lots of dots like that. Okay, I'm gonna do lots of different daisies, and they are facing different way. Okay, before that's dried, I'm gonna come in with darker brown at the bottom of my orange center, like that. I'm gonna go for darker brown. Whoops, it's too much. Make my brush too wet. Doesn't matter. Just gonna absorb it right out, mop it right out with my clean brush. Okay, no sweat. And then I'm in with yellow daisy. Pull, 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 like that. Okay, just keep going. Pull your petals towards the center. Okay, like that. Okay. You can have one that look straight at you as well if you want. Okay, like that. Hi Margaret, don't worry, we'll see you tomorrow if you can join us. Okay, just do some cutie whimsical flowers. Okay, like that. Okay, so that's it for today, and we can continue on doing 6 more flowers tomorrow. Okay, or if you want to, you can finish it today if you want to, but I'm not going to. So tomorrow we'll continue on with little flowers. Okay, thank you for joining me today, and lots of love to you all. Kiss kiss, bye.